know Roy breeds birds, but maybe you didn't know who for. Well, some of them head overseas, to the Arab market. They want fast, strong falcons, and after years of selective breeding, that's what he can deliver. We saw some of last year's youngsters being put through their paces behind a drone crow here in the UK, but Roy recently travelled to see some of that brood hunting in Azerbaijan. We caught up with him a few days ago, just as this year's birds started laying.
Well, another breeding season is well underway, so the stress is through the roof and the sleepless nights have begun. And obviously we've got the first eggs coming through here, which will be hopefully Peregrine eggs. So female peregrines have been laying and we've been inseminating them with semen, which makes a very good hybrid. Luckily I got invited to go and see some of the birds that I've bred being flown by some of the guys out in Azerbaijan last month. Yeah, seeing the whole journey of having the chicks, or having the eggs. So we've made them. We've literally carted the sperm around in Eppendorfs, inseminated the females, incubated the eggs, hatched the eggs, reared the chicks, shipped them out to the UAE, and then gone out to Azerbaijan and seen the young falcons hunting. It's just a complete circle for me, and to see them performing so well as well was just absolutely superb. To witness falconry in other countries being performed to such a high standard really was just an absolute pleasure. I mean, the trip itself was just absolutely fascinating. You hear stories and you see videos of some of the hunting out there, but to actually go out there and experience it, and to experience the culture and to see exactly what goes on the ground was quite phenomenal. Some of the flights we were getting were amazing. Whilst the birds were being flown, they were fitted with the new Marshall GPS, and Mark Williams from Marshall was actually out with us. So we were getting to see exactly what it was capable of, and seeing some of the tracking that was going on was amazing, because some of those flights were going on for anything up to about 14 kilometres. I looked over a couple of times and saw the speedo hitting about 130 kilometres an hour. So yeah, we were hacking it across there. One of the issues out there is you've got semi-nomadic sheep herders. Once the Houbara realises that the falcon is going to overpower it and it's getting there, the Houbara look for cover. So they were heading for anything they thought might offer them a bit of cover, so flocks of sheep. But with these nomadic sheep herders, then normally they've got a couple of Kangal dogs with them as well. So you've got to be very careful that the falcons are not killing the Houbara in front of these dogs, because obviously the dogs are just going to jump on the birds. So it was a case of getting there very quickly and make sure that the falcons were healthy.
The Houbara Bustard is a controversial quarry. Some say they're being hunted to extinction. Roy says that couldn't be further from the truth. Once again, hunters are investing in conservation.
In some parts of the world, the McQueen's bustard are under threat, but now, with so much investment available for the conservation of the Houbara, there is a lot of captive breeding programs going on, and a lot of assistance for the Houbara, because obviously the guys that are out there hunting them realise that they can't continue to do so at a scale without helping, without replenishing it. And it's very similar to the conservation that we see all across the world. If you have a species that is of an asset, so people do want to hunt it and do want to appreciate it, then that species will always be looked after and will always be there, because it's in our interest to do so. As soon as a species has got no financial value, then that is when, unfortunately, we're going to see species start to disappear. So with the Houbara, because it is such a prized bird for hunting, and it is such a big part of the culture out in the Middle East, then there are a lot of people driving behind it, trying to conserve the species.
The birds are treated well, and lots of time and effort is put into them. All sorts of pursuit training techniques are used to build stamina and muscle. The Arabs are taking falconry to another level.
It's obviously practiced to a very high standard, and the birds are supremely fit. I mean, the guys, before we went out there hunting, every day they're doing very, very long, hard chases at lures towed behind planes, etc. So the falcons are more than capable of keeping up with these flights, and the condition the falcons were being flown at was tremendous. Obviously we're seeing a modern take on an ancient sport. We were driving around in the vehicles, spotting the Houbara, whereas traditionally that would have been done either on foot or camel or horseback. But again, it is just fascinating being able to witness it and see it, and see such a strong following for falconry
we leave Roy testing incubators and weighing eggs in readiness for the next generation of fast and furious falcons set to head off and hunt Houbara thousands of miles away.